Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Relatively long in duration, tediously protracted. An extended discussion. Drawn out or made longer spatially. The extended airport runways can accommodate larger planes. Large in spatial extent or range or scope or quantity. Extended farmlands. Beyond the literal or primary sense. Hot off the presses shows an extended sense of hot. Fully extended or stretched forth. An extended telescope. Relatively long in duration, tediously protracted. A drawn-out argument. Used of speech, uttered slowly with prolonged vowels. Relatively long in duration, tediously protracted. A lengthy visit from her mother-in-law. Relatively long in duration, tediously protracted. A prolonged and bitter struggle. Drawn out or made longer spatially. A prolonged black line across the page. Relatively long in duration, tediously protracted. Protracted negotiations. Having notably more length than width, being long and slender. The old man's gaunt and elongated frame. Drawn out or made longer spatially. Picasso's elongated Don Quixote. Drawn out or made longer spatially. Lengthened skirts are fashionable this year. Large in spatial extent or range or scope or quantity. An extensive Roman settlement in northwest England. Broad in scope or content. Of agriculture. Increasing productivity by using large areas with minimal outlay and labor. Producing wheat under extensive conditions. Good at remembering. Planning prudently for the future. Took a long view of the geopolitical issues. Desire strongly or persistently. Having or being more than normal or necessary. Long on brains. Holding securities or commodities in expectation of a rise in prices. Is long on coffee. Involving substantial risk. Long odds. Of relatively great height. A race of long gaunt men. Of speech sounds or syllables, of relatively long duration. The English vowel sounds in bait, beat, bite, boat, boot, are long. Primarily spatial sense, of relatively great or greater than average spatial extension or extension as specified. A long road. Primarily temporal sense, being or indicating a relatively great or greater than average duration or passage of time or a duration as specified. A long life. In a boastful manner. In an advanced stage of pregnancy. Conspicuous in position or importance. He's very large in financial circles. Generous and understanding and tolerant. A large and generous spirit. Above average in size or number or quantity or magnitude or extent. A large city. Ostentatiously lofty in style. A man given to large talk. A garment size for a large person. Fairly large or important in effect, influential. Played a large role in the negotiations. Having broad power and range and scope. Taking the large view. given or giving freely. Was a big tipper. Very intense. In a big rage. Prodigious. Big spender. In a boastful manner. He talked big all evening. Of animals, fully developed. In an advanced stage of pregnancy. Was big with child. Conspicuous in position or importance. A big figure in the movement. Generous and understanding and tolerant. A heart big enough to hold no grudges. Feeling self-importance. Too big for his britches. Exhibiting self-importance. Big talk. Above average in size or number or quantity or magnitude or extent. Set out for the big city. Loud and firm. A big voice. Marked by intense physical force. A big wind. Significant. Graduation was a big day in his life. On a grand scale. Think big. Consisting of or forming human or animal figures. The figurative art of the humanistic tradition. Used of the meanings of words or text, not literal, using figures of speech. Figurative language. Used of the meanings of words or text, not literal, using figures of speech. Extended or spread over a wide area or distance. Broad fields lay stretched on both sides of us. Of muscles, relieved of stiffness by stretching. Well-stretched muscles are less susceptible to injury. Extended out irregularly. A big sprawly city. Fully extended in width. Outspread wings. Strew or distribute over an area. He spread fertilizer over the lawn. Distributed or spread over a considerable extent. 11 million Jews are spread throughout Europe. Distribute or disperse widely. The invaders spread their language all over the country. Process or result of distributing or extending over a wide expanse of space. Become distributed or widespread. The infection spread. Act of extending over a wider scope or expanse of space or time. A tasty mixture to be spread on bread or crackers or used in preparing other dishes. Decorative cover for a bed. Cause to become widely known. Spread information. A conspicuous disparity or difference as between two figures. The spread between lending and borrowing costs. Farm consisting of a large tract of land along with facilities needed to raise livestock, especially cattle. Spread out or open from a closed or folded state. Spread your arms. Spread across or over. A big oil spot spread across the water. Two facing pages of a book or other publication. Become widely known and passed on. The rumor spread. A haphazard distribution in all directions. A meal that is well prepared and greatly enjoyed. They put out quite a spread. Move outward. Cover by spreading something over. Spread the bread with cheese. Prepared or arranged for a meal, especially having food set out. A table spread with food. The expansion of a person's girth, especially at middle age. She exercised to avoid that middle-aged spread. Distribute over a surface in a layer. Spread cheese on a piece of bread. Defeat disastrously. Execute a spread eagle on skates, with arms and legs stretched out. Stand with arms and legs spread out. Stretch out completely. They spread-eagled him across the floor. Stretch over. His residences spread-eagle the entire county. With arms and legs stretched out and apart. Lay spread-eagle on the floor. Fully extended in width. Outspread wings. Fully extended especially in length. A kitten with one paw outstretched.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.